Hello. Oh my gosh, hi guys. Welcome back to the Lotus Fashion eCamp. I hope everybody's well. I see you guys in the chat room right now. So I am super excited. I don't know about you, but we are in our third session already. Can you believe it? We only have this one and then one more to go, and we are pretty much done. So thank you so much for all of you guys sticking with me. I hope it's been a blast so far. And I'll just go ahead and get started. So hope everyone's cozy in the chat room. Once again, just to remind you that if you want to see the video and the chat room next to each other, go ahead and push the little box with the arrow pointing out, so that way you can toggle them next to each other. And feel free to be active in the chat room. Let us know whatever questions you have, and I'll be happy to answer them. And other than that, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So let's see here. Let's just do a quick recap then about last week. In case you guys missed it, we talked about finding your style, personality, and your closet raid. So let's see. All right. I wrote down just an example because I think I emailed all of you guys this week, and thank you so much for responding. It's really nice to be able to chat with you guys just sort of one-on-one, and I wanted to let you know that feel free, if you guys have any questions, maybe something you don't want to even write in the chat room, you can actually message me personally or email me anytime, and I'd be happy to answer it for you. But I wanted to share one little phrase, because last time we talked about discovering your style personality, and I hope all of you guys have your phrases. Go ahead and let us know in the chat room what you guys came up with. I would love to hear the little phrase that you came up with for your style personality. And I wanted to share one from Trina. I hope you don't mind, Trina, but I just thought it was really awesome. She discovered that her style is feminine and urban mixed into one. So I really love that. And she says that she likes wearing feminine pieces like dresses and skirts, but she likes to throw in sort of urban flares in it, like you know, sneakers and Converse, and even like snapback hats and beanies and things like that to sort of mix it up. So I think that's just a great example of a personal style phrase. So please, please, please let me know what you guys came up with. I would love to just kind of know what your style is and share with everybody else the cool phrases you came up with. All right, and then also I just wanted to let you guys know that I was so blown away at how you guys really did your homework this week with doing your closet raid. I heard lots of great stories about how you guys feel freeing, that you can actually see everything that you have, that you went through things that you didn't even know that you had. So really awesome stuff, you guys. Keep it up, and I just want to let you know that I'm so, so proud of you for really, you know, taking this process in and really trying to follow along as best as you can. So thank you so, so much. All right, and then just lastly, I wanted to share just a little phrase that Maggie told me when she was doing her closet raid. I thought it was really cool. She said that when she was going through her closet, she actually put on her favorite music and she danced her way through it. So I just love that. I think that's so cool, and you know, if you guys are still in the process of doing it, you know, make sure that you keep it fun, you keep it light. And today we're going to be talking about what you guys can do to really make sure that you're using all of your clothes in your wardrobe. We're going to talk about accessorizing and creating outfits, and then also I'll give you some shopping tips at the end in case you guys are having some time to do some back-to-school shopping. Alrighty. So last time I told you guys something that I want to repeat again for you, and I told you that these things that you guys have been discovering about yourselves, like knowing how to flatter your body type, the colors that look best on you, learning, you know, what your style personality is, and also learning how to really purge yourself of all those unnecessary things in your closet. I wanted to reiterate to you guys that these are really such awesome and important things to know about really achieving great style that a lot of women really don't know about themselves. And I'm talking about even grown women, you know, who go through years and years of spending a lot of money on clothes that just didn't work out for them, or experimenting through all these different styles. I mean, you guys really have the basics of an awesome, awesome wardrobe. And I just want you guys to know that even as we go through this process, you know, really try to help out your friends and help out your mom even and anybody that you come in contact with, because you guys are learning so much and so much great things to really help people. So keep that up. I know you guys are doing it. I just wanted to reiterate that to you. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to talk about accessories. So I hope you have your style workbook in front of you. Go ahead and turn to page 15. And we are going to be talking about how to accessorize and really make an outfit complete with accessories. And I wanted to let you know that accessorizing is really a very difficult thing for me. I mean, I've always had a lot of anxiety when it comes to how do you accessorize, what will look good in an outfit, and especially when I was in high school, like you guys are in right now. That was a big struggle for me. I just didn't know how to do it. But I think the problem was that I always thought accessories had to be jewelry, okay? And that's actually not the case. So I wanted to go through and just show you some really awesome examples of some accessories that I have here. So let's go through your style workbook. We have on the very left top corner, we have hair accessories. So we have some awesome clips with some bows on it. We have flowers. We have bobby pins with that little Asian girl. Do you see that? I think she's so cute. And then we have headbands with flowers on it. So these are all hair types of accessories. And then we have purses, as you can see. Do you guys use purses? I'm not sure. I think I use them sometimes in high school. Most of you guys probably have backpacks or something like that. But we do have purses as an accessory. And then at the bottom we have hats, my favorite accessory, as you can tell. And then on the next page, we have scarves, which you can do so many awesome things with. And then we have to the right some belts. And I recently started using these in my wardrobe, and let me tell you, they are so, so helpful. And then at the very bottom, we finally have jewelry. We got some bracelets, we have necklaces. I forgot to put here, we have rings and earrings as well, and all different types of jewelry that you can wear. So as you can see, I'm probably missing a lot of other accessories too, but we don't have to think of accessories as just jewelry. Okay, there's so many different things that you can do with them, and sometimes these are going to be some really awesome pieces for you to really add some pizzazz and some just really awesome, exciting elements to your wardrobe, especially if maybe you're wearing some plainer pieces, you know, on your actual clothing. So I just wanted to go ahead and talk about one accessory that I love, and I wanted to show you guys a couple ways to wear it. So you guys have all seen these right here. This is a flower pin. And if you look on the back, I wanted to talk about how awesome these little back pieces are. I hope you guys all can see this. Okay. So, as you can see on this little flower pin, I just wanted to point out a couple things about the back. We have this little clippy thing right here that can really just slide easily onto anything. And then we have more of the, it's like a clothespin or safety pin kind of thing. So you can actually pin it into things. Okay, so I really love these two things because having these on the back allows you to use this flower pin in so many different ways. And I just wanted to give you some ideas, all right, some really practical ways that you can wear these flower pins. I have actually a whole bunch of these that I use in many, many different ways. So first off, I think I have 3 ways that you guys can use these flower pins. Okay, number 1, of course, you can wear these flower pins in your hair. I'm not going to take off my hat right now because I have really bad hair. I had bad hair day today. That's why I love hats too. Okay, so you can actually wear this in your hair. Maybe even pull your bangs on the side and just clip it in, super easy. You can even wear it. Sometimes I see girls have their hair in a ponytail, and right here where the elastic band of the hair tie would be, they actually clip the little flower right there. So it's like super cute, you know. You can put it there on the side or on the back. So that's one way. You can wear it in your hair. Actually, speaking of hair, I was actually going through some of my accessories, and I thought it'd be cool to show you guys. Have you guys seen those little flower crowns that people wear in their hair? Sometimes they wear them right here at the top on their forehead. But I actually just made a little DIY flower crown, right before this session started. I actually used just one of these head elastic bands. I use these sometimes to work out to keep the hair out of my face, but you can buy these anywhere, Target, Rite Aid. And then I actually have some other little flower clips that I use for accessorizing in many different ways. And so all I did was I took the band and I clipped the little things onto the headband. And so now you have a little flower crown to wear as a headband in many different ways. And what I love about it too is that it doesn't just serve as a headband. You can, take the flowers off and use them in other ways as well. So isn't that so cool? All right, just wanted to show you guys that. Many ways to wear the flower in your hair, on your clothes. Oh, that's the second one. Okay, so we have flowers in your hair. Second way to wear this flower is on your clothes. So does anybody recognize this flower? I actually wore it to the last session that we had together. When we did session 2, I actually wore it right here on my dress as sort of like a little pin or a brooch or something like that. So you can wear this on your clothes anywhere, and that's where this little pin thing comes in handy, where you can just pin it into any of your clothing, and it looks really awesome. And then we got the third one. Oh, where's my little purse here? Oh, lost my purse here for a second. Okay, so the third way that you can wear these flower pins is actually pinning them onto a purse or a backpack. So can you guys see that? All right, so you guys can pin this onto anything. This is a little tote bag that I use whenever I just need an extra space when I'm driving or when I'm going someplace. So I just thought that was really cool. You can pin that on your backpack. I know a lot of you guys like to put pins on your stuff already. So just a cool little way to use these, and you can move them around and switch things up depending on your mood and what you're wearing. So pretty awesome. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a minute then to talk about hats. Like I said before, hats are actually my favorite accessory of all time. And I actually wear hats a lot. In fact, the whole reason why I like to wear hats, it kind of started off a couple years ago when I realized that I needed something to help protect the sun, because all of us live in Southern California and it gets really hot, and I was never able to wear sunglasses because I wear prescription glasses, and I just wasn't able to switch between my glasses and other sunglasses because I couldn't see through them and all this stuff. So I thought really the SoCal way to help you protect from the sun is sunglasses. But since I wasn't able to do that, I realized that I needed to find another way. So I started to wear hats. And after going through many different styles and things like that, I realized that I just loved wearing hats. They really complement an outfit, and they really complete an outfit. But I also realized that people were complimenting me that they loved the certain hat that I was wearing. What I'm wearing right now, this style of a hat, is called a cloche. Okay, and a lot of people would tell me, well, I love hats and I want to be able to wear them, but I just don't look good in them. And I'm here to tell you that that's actually not true. I think all of you guys can wear hats. It's just that you have to find the one that works with your face shape, okay? And we're going to go through, let's go ahead and turn to the page. On page 17, there's a little quiz here about what's the best hat shape for my face. So I'll go through each of the face shapes, and then we'll go through, you can see which hats actually look best on it. So there are 4 different types of face shapes. We have people who have an oval or a long face, somebody who has a squarer face, and that really just means that you might have, you don't have a pointed jaw. It's more squared off, maybe a little bit of a shorter face too, as opposed to the long. And then we have the heart face shape, and really all that means is that you have a really defined chin. Maybe it's a little bit on the pointier side. So that's what it means to have a heart face shape. And then the last one are people with round face shapes. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So those are the basic 4 face types. And next to each one, I made this little chart for you to help you determine which hats look good on you. And I think it's so important because, you know, sometimes we try on hats at stores, or maybe our friend is wearing a hat and we try to put it on and see how it looks on us. And sometimes it's just not always that flattering. But really, it's just because we need to find the one that works for our face shape. I found mine, and as a matter of fact, this style of a cloche hat works well on me. I have an oval or long face shape, and I actually buy nothing but cloche hats, okay? And this is how serious I am about it, that once you find your hat that works for you, I say just keep buying those. Sometimes people have heads that actually work with all different types of hats, which is great. I don't have that. Maybe you don't have that. But once you find the one that works for you, I think it's really awesome, so stick with it. And as a testimony, I actually have all of the hats that I have in my collection just to show you all the cloches that I have. So we have a cloche hat here, and another cloche, and another cloche. Gosh, I have a lot of hats, I guess, huh? But this is years of collections too. So cloche hat, and then another cloche hat. So what did I tell you? You know, once you find the shape that works for you, you know, stick with it, and you guys will feel awesome and incredible every time you wear it, and you won't feel weird, you know, that it doesn't work for you. So I hope this is helpful to you guys. Let me know in the chat room which one you guys are. I would love to know that. And then hopefully you guys can see which hat will complement your face the best. Okay, so I'm looking at the chat room right now and seeing some questions. Looks like you guys love hats too. Awesome. All right, so Melissa has a question. She says, is it considered rude or improper to wear a hat inside or at a dinner table? In that case, I need to make sure my hair is fixed. That actually is a really good question. So is it rude or improper to wear a hat at a dinner table? I think it depends on the type of hat that you're wearing. If you're wearing something a little bit on the casual side, like let's say a baseball cap or something like that, like more of a cap or a snapback or something like that, then I think if you can, go ahead and take it off at the dinner table. But if you're wearing something a little bit more fancier, you know, I think the cloche shape actually, people wore this to a lot of formal occasions in the past, and people wear it to church, people wear it out to dinners and things like that. So, you know, if it's on the fancier side and if it has a little bit more of an elegance to it, then I think that's completely fine. I actually have an example. Actually, like berets and other things I saw that this was mentioned in the comments. Berets are actually probably okay at the dinner table, but just be careful of the situation too. If it seems a little bit too casual, then try to, you know, have your hair done that day. So good question. All right, guys. So hopefully that was helpful for you to find the hat that works for you. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and turn the page. And we're on page 18. We're going to talk about creating outfits. Now, I know a lot of you guys already went through your closets. You got rid of a lot of different things that just, you know, weren't working for you. Maybe they had holes in them. Maybe they were just so old and raggedy. And hopefully you guys got rid of all that stuff. But what do you do with the clothes that you have now? So you have a certain amount of items that are either hanging or folded in your wardrobe. And we want to make sure that we try to use all of those pieces and create new ways to wear them. And I kind of call it like you're shopping in your closet almost. You know, sometimes we're in the habit of always pairing the same old shirt with the same old pair of pants, and we never stray from it. And then that's how sometimes we feel like we're bored with our clothes. And so really it's just all about finding creative ways to wear them. And I have outlined a couple of different things that I actually personally use to help me create outfits in the morning, and I want to share them with you guys. So we're going to go through them. Again, we're on page 18, and these are my top 3 techniques that I use. So let's go for it. We got number 1, I call it the golden 3. All right, so why do I call it the golden 3? Well, as you can see in the pictures next to it, I think one way, it's just a technique to use when you're creating an outfit, is that you try to use 3 main pieces in your outfit. All right, sometimes we use less, sometimes we just have a shirt and the bottom. So that's 2. But really, with this tip number 1, the golden 3, you want to try to add a 3rd article in there somewhere to sort of create some visual interest. And so we have some photos next to this. This girl is in a striped shirt with some pink pants, as you can see. But I really love that she added that denim vest. Do you guys all see that? It would have been fine probably just having that striped shirt and those pants because it's a bright color and everything like that. But I think just adding that denim vest really just creates more interest in that outfit. She even did that with the scarf too. If she didn't want to wear the vest, you know, maybe the scarf added that extra element. And it's one thing that actually they teach you in art classes and things like that. I was an art person growing up, and so whenever you're creating something like composing a painting or something like that, and you're trying to add maybe, you know, several flowers in the background, they would always tell you to add an odd number of flowers, like 5 or 7 or 3 or something like that, rather than even, because odd numbers somehow keep the eye moving. You know, it's not just so plain and stagnant. So that's why the golden 3 is really important. So we have 3 pieces to an outfit. The next photo, next to it, we have this girl who's wearing some red pants, a plaid top, and she added that 3rd element with the jacket right on top. So again, it would have been a fine, perfectly great outfit with just the top and the bottom, but by the fact that she added that blazer right on top, it just sort of completed the whole outfit, don't you think? So that's what I mean, the golden 3. And I actually have some examples for you guys too as we go along. I pulled these from my closet right now. So an example of a golden 3, I might need to stand up for this actually. Okay, so we have a button, sorry if you can see me, a button-up blouse. I added just a little cardigan sweater on top, and then you have your pants. So golden 3. All right, so hope that makes sense. Hope that's helpful to you. Let's go ahead and move on to number 2. We have the second technique that I wanted to let you guys know of. This is called bottoms up. And why did I call it bottoms up? Well, sometimes when I'm looking at my closet and I'm trying to figure out what to wear, it's actually so helpful for me to think about what I'm actually going to be doing that day and really choosing the shoes first. Rather than thinking about the outfit as a whole, sometimes I think about what shoes I need to be wearing that day. And that can be anywhere from, you know, casual shoes, maybe fancier shoes, maybe sandals, you know, depending on the situation. So you want to think, with this technique, choose the shoes that you're going to wear first, and then work your way up. Okay, so bottoms up. So we have a couple pictures next to that one. Starting with the sneakers there at the bottom, there's some cool Nikes that this girl decided to wear. But you know, sometimes when we choose casual shoes, people always try to, you know, recreate the outfit to be so casual too, you know, to go with the shoes. So instead of maybe sweats or leggings or something like that, maybe you want to do something kind of different, or maybe dress it up a little bit like this girl did. She kind of elevated the outfit with some nice jeans, a nice jacket, and a shirt, a plaid shirt. Okay, and then we have the girl with the red shoes. I thought this was a really cute idea. You can choose, you know, if you have a bright pop of color in your shoes, go for those first and then see if you can work your way up from that. Maybe this girl decided to go with the red, white, and blue theme after choosing her shoes. Maybe if you have bright color shoes, that would mean that you want your outfit to be maybe more muted, you know, maybe all black or something like that. Whatever it is that you come up with. But sometimes it's helpful to start with the shoes. And kind of like I told you earlier, how Trina came up with her style phrase, which was feminine and urban, that she likes to mix those 2 elements. You know, some more casual shoes like Converse, and then wear that with a feminine dress or skirt. And I think that's a great idea if that works for you. So an example of a bottoms-up technique would be, I actually have Converse shoes too. So I love these. As you can see, they're pretty worn. I've had these for a long time. So if I wanted to wear these shoes on a particular day, I could think about what would be an interesting way to really finish off the look. And maybe for you it can be a dress, you know, so you can wear a dress, a skirt, some shorts with your sneakers. Okay. Awesome, guys. Hope this is all making sense. Let me know if you have any questions or need any clarification. All right, let's move on to technique number 3. And I call it CPT, or color, pattern, and texture. All right, so color, pattern, and texture. I actually got this from one of my favorite shows. It's called What Not to Wear with Stacey London and Clinton Kelly. They actually add a 4th element in there. They add shine. So for them, a good outfit includes color, pattern, texture, and shine. But I don't know why I took it out. Sometimes shine is just not like, it's sometimes expensive, and we're in the summertime and all this stuff like that. So anyways, think of it as color, pattern, and texture. So what do you want to do with those elements? You can choose to have all 3 in an outfit. You can choose to have just 2. You can even choose to just play with 1 and see how you can mix that together. So let's look at the photos, shall we? So we got this girl in this yellow and blue outfit. Let's take a look at that. I think this is an example of a way that she did all 3. She did color, she did pattern, and she did texture. So we see the color in her, the yellow sweater that she's wearing, obviously, and also the skirt. She did pattern with the skirt. It's got that really awesome chevron pattern. And then she also did texture. That blouse, I think, is a chambray blouse. It's one of those blouses that are sort of made out of denim. You guys have seen it. Maybe you have one of those. I love those. So she did all 3, actually, in this outfit, color, pattern, and texture. So I think it really adds some visual interest to this outfit, and I think that's what makes it a great one, great inspiration. And then we have the picture next to it. I think this girl is playing with patterns. So she didn't do all 3. Maybe she did 2, I'm not sure. But I think she actually did pattern in 2 different ways. So obviously with the florals and with the stripes. And you guys, this is really big right now. It's been pretty big as a trend. And if you guys want to try it, you know, definitely go for it. I think what makes a good pattern mixing is if the pattern and the color has to go together. So I think there's a little bit of black on the outline and in some of the flowers, and there's also white in both of those patterns. So that's why it makes sense to me. If the patterns are too different, then I think it kind of makes for a little bit of a loud outfit. But I think this works really well. So like I said, you can do color, pattern, and texture in all 3. You can do only 2. You can play with 1. But I think, you know, just thinking of it this way, it sort of adds dimension to the outfit with the texture, playing with colors and patterns. Sometimes we just see our clothes and we don't really see the possibilities, you know, with how we can pair them together. So, you know, think about how you can pair different colors together. Think about how you can pair patterns, and even if you have some textures in your outfit, especially for fall coming up, there's going to be a lot of different textures coming out, like in your scarves, there's going to be wool and maybe some fur and all these things. So if you guys can, you know, play with all of that, and it really makes your outfits shine, I think. So let me use some of my examples. Okay, so here we did an example of color, pattern, and texture. I actually pretty much copied this first outfit from this girl in the yellow and blue. She's a blogger as well. But I basically just used the same principles that she used. She has a really colorful skirt with a pattern on it, which is this. And then she has a chambray shirt underneath with a pop of color on the outside. So there you go. That would be my outfit. And I totally copied her, but that's okay. You can copy anyone that you see as long as it works for you. So there, I hope that was helpful to you guys. All right, I'm going to pop into the chat room and see if you guys have any questions. All right. All right, looks like you guys are talking with each other. Awesome. All right, so again, Itzel is here to answer any questions to you guys. Let me know if you have anything that comes up. You can write it down and message me or something. So, all right, awesome. Let's go ahead and turn the page then. So we have an outfit challenge on page 19. We'll go through that, and I just want to talk about the importance of dressing for the situation that you're going to. So as you guys go and head into your wardrobes and into your closets and try to play with all these different ways to create outfits, what's really important is that you guys think about the occasion that you're dressing for or the situation that you're going to be going to. And I think, I don't know why, it's such a problem in I don't know, just in the world, but maybe especially in SoCal too. We kind of wear the same things all over, no matter where we go. You know, kind of like this whole trend right now where it's like you go from the gym or from your yoga class or wherever you're coming from, and you just go in your sweaty clothes and in your gym outfit to go to lunch with somebody at a fancy restaurant. And that's sort of like questionable to me, because I just think that people can do a lot better at thinking about the clothes that you wear to the situations. So I have here an outfit challenge that I want you guys to do after the session is over for the next week whenever you get a chance. But I want you guys to go ahead and use these 3 techniques, or maybe you have your own set of techniques that you use to help create outfits. And go ahead and start creating as many different outfits as you can. And I put here different situations to think about. I have school, weekend with the family, church, friend's birthday party, maybe there's other situations that you can think of, but sometimes it's not the most appropriate thing to wear the same thing to all of these. Maybe what you wear to school is not necessarily what you want to wear at a friend's birthday party or something like that. So think about it. This page is going to be all about you guys going to your wardrobes, creating as many different outfits as you can. And I think it's super helpful when you guys actually write it down. So sometimes I actually like to take a picture of the outfit that I created so that way I can remember it, you know, for next time. So go to the school section right here at the top and try to create as many different outfits as you can, you know, for going back to school. Or let's say you're spending a weekend with the family and you're going to SeaWorld or whatever, you know, try to create some outfits for that. And then also think about what you can be wearing to church or a friend's birthday party. You know, create those outfits, write down the combinations that you guys came up with, and if you want to even take it a step further, take a picture. And I know of people who actually love doing this because it sort of really takes the headache away from that morning that you wake up, you're kind of rushing through, you haven't planned out what you're wearing for that day, and so there you're stuck looking at your wardrobe and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what do I wear? So people actually, you know, have this little inspiration board, or sometimes people have photos that they refer to, or if they've written it down someplace, it helps them to remember the outfits that they came up with. So maybe this would be helpful to you. And then at the bottom, I asked you just some questions about if the methods were helpful to you. And then if you guys have any other techniques that are helpful when creating outfits, I know I would love to know them. Share them with your fellow classmates next time we meet again, and let us know any sort of tips and techniques that you guys have that are helpful to you. Awesome. All right, so how are we doing? Everyone okay? Great. Let's go ahead and move on. We're going to turn the page, and we're going to talk about shopping tips. That will be the last thing that we talk about. So, I think some of you guys have already started school already, so I hope it's going well for everybody. But in case you guys still are having some time to maybe complete your wardrobe, maybe as you're creating outfits, you're realizing that, oh my gosh, I really need a belt, you know, to help me really complete this outfit. Or maybe you're really lacking in a certain, I don't know, maybe you need a certain blouse or a certain skirt to wear with these 5 blouses that you have. So think about that, as you're creating your outfits, and this will help you when you guys are shopping. Just wanted to go through a few tips with you guys, so that way you are not overwhelmed, so that way you're not rushed, and you know exactly what to do, and you have a game plan of sorts. Okay, so tip number 1 that I have for you guys for Shopping 101. I have here, never go shopping without a list. And especially, never go shopping just for fun. Okay, I know we're all girls here. We love shopping, or maybe some of us don't love shopping. That's okay too. But when we go shopping, you guys, it should never be just to kill some time, because what happens is that we end up maybe buying some things that we don't need, or we end up just being in this mode of feeling like we're lacking in all of these wonderful items that we saw in the stores window shopping, and we feel kind of like sad or empty because we don't have those things. So never go just for fun, just to go browsing around and stuff, unless you're very restrained and you know how to, detach yourself and back off from, wanting to buy all the time. So that tip, really, whenever you guys go back to school shopping, or whenever you do any sort of shopping, kind of like when you're going to the grocery store with your mom and you're planning out the meals that you have made out for the whole week, you need a certain ingredients, right, that you have written down on a list. Well, the same thing goes with shopping. You guys need a list of the things that you're going to go look for, whether it's 1 or 2 pairs of pants, that belt that you needed to complete your outfit. Maybe you need a back-to-school backpack. Maybe you need a scarf or a hat, to complete your outfit. But write those things down. Take the list with you and only look for those things, you guys. I'm telling you, this is going to be so helpful, and you'll be focused, and you'll know kind of where to look, and you'll find it, I promise, if you just keep focused on the list. Okay, number 2, the second tip is about money. So we have to save money for those items that we are looking for. I have here, keep an envelope stashed away and add a few bucks whenever you can. This is called a budget. So we've all heard of people who have no budget sometimes when they go shopping, or they overspend or whatever. But we want to make sure that we're thinking of the items that we want to look for. And then if we can't afford it right now, then give yourself the challenge of saving for it. Put a little envelope in your sock drawer or wherever nobody can find it, and just put away a few bucks every time you get it. I love doing this because it helps me to, first of all, choose the items that I know I really, really want or need. And then secondly, really save the money, and you feel so accomplished, whenever you actually finally have the amount that you want or that you needed, and then you go into the store and you can afford it. So make sure you're saving as much as you can for those items that you're wanting or needing. Okay, and then tip number 3 is about sales. Oh my gosh, sales. Lots of sales going on right now, actually. You'll notice that there's a lot of sales. Department stores and different boutiques and just stores in general, they're trying to really get rid of all of their summer things right now, so that way all of their fall merchandise can come in and fit into their store. So that's why there's so many sales going on. So, but one of the things that I wanted to mention about sales is, first of all, don't be fooled by all the flashy signs and everything like that, and asking yourself, would I pay full price for this? Some explanation with that. Obviously, you go for the sale item because of the fact that it's not full price. That maybe you waited for it to go on sale because you couldn't afford the full price item. Well, when we're looking at sale items, just make sure that that item is still in really good condition, and that it fits you, and that it fits within your wardrobe. So what do I mean by that? You guys have done all of this self-examination of what clothes look good on your body type, how to flatter it, the colors that really complement your skin tone and your hair and your eye color. You also narrowed down what your personal style is, and maybe what you want it to be this upcoming year. And then you've gotten rid of all of those clothes that you don't need. So with all of this in mind, sometimes we go into the stores and we see this sale item and we're fooled because it's only $8. Oh my gosh, on the sale rack. But it doesn't fit our body type and it doesn't flatter it. It doesn't fall in the colors that actually look best on us. It actually just going to create more room in our wardrobe. And sometimes it's not even really in our style personality. It's just kind of like maybe we like it and we're trying to justify that we like this item. So that's what I mean, is to really be critical. Be critical of those items and only get it if it fits all of that criteria that we went over the last few weeks. Hope that makes sense. Okay, and then tip number 4. I actually love this one. This one is my favorite of all of these. And it says, allow yourself plenty of time to go shopping. Never shop when you are rushed or when you are hungry, because that just leads to rash decisions. And I love this because isn't it true that whenever we're hungry or we're tired, it leads us to sort of make bad choices, or maybe we're not thinking clearly or whatever. You know, I think it's so important to really allot the time. You know, if you're going to go and if you're going to be strategic about it, then make sure everything is in place, that you've given yourself time, that you are not tired, that you don't do it after some sort of sporting event or after you did something crazy, and then make sure that you eat before you go, because I get kind of cranky and tired when I'm hungry. Okay, so that's tip number 4. And then tip number 5, when you're considering a piece to buy, try to examine or try to imagine it in 3 different ways. So like I told you, there's so many different ways and techniques that you guys can create outfits, but when you're thinking about this item, it really fits your criteria, it's awesome, it's in your colors and everything. Also, try to think about 3 different ways that you can wear it. You know, that you can wear it with these pairs of pants, this, you know, skirt, you can put this jacket over it. You know, try to imagine that, and then if it fits, then by all means, then I think it's a great purchase. All right, so it looks like we have some questions. Let's see here. What if you know that you have too many clothes but can't find the heart to get rid of some of them? That's a really good question. Okay, if you have too many clothes, then first of all, I'm glad that you recognize that. Secondly, you can't find the heart to get rid of them, probably because was it a gift from somebody? Are they sentimental because they remind you of a certain period of your life? And I think, you know, really, if it's sentimental, but you're still not going to wear them, then if you have the space, fine. You know, put it away into your box of memories or whatever you have at home. Put them away. But I really don't think that it's the best idea to keep them hanging around and clouding up your space in your closet and in your wardrobe, because you're never going to use them. And sometimes it's hard to see what you actually have when all of these other things are taking up the space. You know, I actually advise most people, if you can, to really make sure that your wardrobe can be seen in one place at one time. Okay, and what I mean by that is whenever you see something just all in front of you, you're able to really imagine the possibilities, you know, of how you can create different outfits with what you have. And then what happens is whenever we have things in there that are just taking up space, like those little items that we're not sure of or that we want to keep just for sentimental purposes, that's sort of like we have to force ourselves to not look at them in the mix of all of our creativity. So I think sometimes it just gets in the way. So if you can find it in your heart to maybe purge yourself of it, or maybe if it'll benefit somebody else to have it, or if you just really, really can't get rid of it, then actually, you know, take it away from where you keep your current wardrobe and put it in a little sentimental box of some sort and keep it that way to give to your grandchildren or whoever. So that is my answer to that. Good question, though. All right, guys. Oh my gosh, we are running out of time. I hope those shopping tips were helpful to you. You guys probably started school already. You probably already saw all those sales. So hopefully, you know, you can still use some of this knowledge. And sometimes, you know, who really needs to know these tips is our moms. So if you can even just tell people what you're learning about shopping tips, you know, making a list and saving for certain items, it can be really helpful to a lot of people. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and, okay, last page is just about notes. Let's go ahead and look at the bottom of page 21. We have some suggested exercises or homework for the week. So your guys' homework until we see each other next Wednesday, I want you guys to complete the outfit challenge on page 19. So remember, that was where you create outfits for all of these different occasions, where you write them down. If you have a place in your room to actually, you know, take pictures or write down your outfits to help you. I know one person already said, she told me that she has her outfits planned already for the whole week because she started school this week. So how awesome is that? You know, take some time now that you have a few moments, an hour or so, just to look at your wardrobe and try to have fun with it and see all of the really great combinations that you can come up with and complete that outfit challenge on page 19. And then I have here, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this website called Polyvore.com. If you get a chance, go and visit that because it's basically, it's a website where you can create outfits using, you know, different images. You can pull up different shirts, different pants, different accessories and shoes and all of these things, and then create this little outfit board, you know, outfit inspiration board. So if you have a chance, go visit that and see. A lot of people have fun creating all these different things on it, so try that out if you have some time. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our giveaway section. Yay! All right, so as the giveaway, since we were talking about accessories a lot today, I actually have here a little gift that one of my good friends, she wanted to help this session, which I think is awesome, but she actually donated to all of us here a pair of earrings, so I wanted to show them to you. So this little pair of earrings here, they are handmade from a company on the East Coast called Seven Suns, and so this will be our giveaway for today's pair of earrings. And so let's move on to our little bowl. Drum roll, please. All right. So the winner is Trina Nagata. Yay! Awesome, Trina. So I will go ahead and send these earrings to you in the mail, and hopefully they will be helpful to your wardrobe and to complete your outfits. All right, guys. So I believe we are wrapping things up here, unless you guys have anything else that is coming up. I think I see another question here. Let's go ahead and take a question. It says, oh, going back to the hats and the face shapes. It says, I think I'm a round, but I could be a square. Good question. If you're not really sure still, let's go ahead and go back to the face shapes with the hats. Okay. You think you're a round, but you could be a square. Okay. Actually, it's a really common confusion, I guess, because round and square are very similar. One of the similarities between them is that both of them, they're not long. They have maybe some shorter features. They have a shorter face structure, I should say. Okay. So the difference really, just to explain the difference between a square and a round, is that the square has a little bit more of a defined square chin area. Maybe the bottom of the, what is this called? Like your jaw? Yeah. Your jaw may be a little bit square right here, or maybe you don't have a pointed chin. That would be a square. A round, you obviously have just a little bit more of that roundish feature. You don't have the definition as the square would have. And I think if you are a round, for example, one of the reasons that a fedora looks really good on the round face shape is that because your face is so small and short and round, you want something on top of your head that's going to elongate it. So a fedora or a conductor hat has some height on the top. Does that make sense? So you want that. You want to balance out the smallness and the roundness of the face and create some height on the top with a fedora or a conductor hat. You don't want to do, if you look at the square, I have here the bowler hat or the beret. The bowler hat is round, okay? And if you're round, you don't want to do the bowler hat because it's round. Your face is round and the bowler hat is round. It's just going to make yourself look really round. I hope that makes sense. So that's why you don't want to do it. It works on the square because the bowler and the beret works on the square because of the fact that the bowler and the beret sit further back on the head. It's exposing the forehead. So that's why it works, because the square needs a little bit more, you know, you need to be able to see the face a little bit more because it's so square. You need some softness on top. So that's why those hats work. I'm sorry if this is confusing, but I hope this is making sense. Think of all of these, you know, face shapes and the types of hats. Think of it as trying to create balance. So, you know, for the oval and people who have oval or long faces, you want to balance out the longness of the face by having a floppier hat with a wider brim or a cloche hat that sort of cuts the face a little bit. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So all of these have ways in order for your face shape to be balanced out a little bit by the hat. Okay? My personal example, I'm an oval or long face, and I cannot wear fedoras because of the fact that my face is long. I don't want a hat that's going to be tall and just really emphasize the longness of my face. Okay, so that's why I actually don't look good in fedoras or conductor hats or things like that. Okay, so good question, guys. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so Melissa has another question. She says, kind of not on today's topic, but is it possible, that's okay, but is it possible for your undertone to change? Like if you get really tanned, can that change your undertone? That's a really good question, Melissa. I really don't think your undertone can change simply because it's under your skin. Unless, I don't know, unless you get really, really dark, your whole complexion looks different. But I really don't think it can change. What happens with the tan is sometimes it doesn't stay either, so you may want to just go with, you know, the one that that the results, you know, came back for. Okay. And then, do you have any tips on face shape and glasses shape? Oh, that's a really good question. Okay, so I think the rules sort of that we use, you know, to sort of combat your face shape with the hat, I think can also be applied for glasses. So, for example, if you have an oval or a long face shape like myself, you want glasses to sort of counteract the longness, okay? And what do? What does that mean? Well, it means that you want glasses that are a little bit wider, okay? You don't want glasses that are like kind of really long, that come really, you know, far down on your cheeks, because it's going to make the whole face look longer. Does that make sense? So same thing with like a square or a heart, because those are a little bit similar. Square or heart, they have rounder shapes or shorter face shapes. So you don't want things that are, you want glasses that are round or square, because it's just going to emphasize the roundness and the squareness in your face. You want something maybe some pointed glasses to sort of bring the face up and lift it up. You want glasses that maybe are a little bit wider, not too wide, of course, but you know, glasses that have a little bit more point to them to really elongate the face. And then the heart, the problem with the heart, let's see here, is, okay, I think the problem with the heart is that maybe your face is a little bit short as well, and you just have this point here on your chin. So you really don't want glasses that are going to be too wide or too big, because it's going to make the bottom part of your face look that much smaller. The width and just the shape of bigger glasses is going to make your face look smaller. So you want to go with a little bit smaller of a rim. Okay. Good questions, guys. So aviators, we're talking about aviators right now. Okay, so there's a comment here that says about aviators being virtually flattering on anyone, and I think, you know, just to kind of chime in there in the conversation, I personally don't think that I look good in aviators, only because if you imagine the shape of the aviator, they're not wide, they're longer. Okay, they're longer more than they are wide. So for people who have longer faces, it just emphasizes longness. And I personally don't think that I look good in aviators, unless the aviators are made a little bit wider than normal. So I hope that makes sense. No worries, Liv, no problem. Okay. So, but I think aviators look really awesome on basically the square, the heart, and the round. I think, you know, people who have oval or long faces, maybe to stay away from those, but any other face shape, yes, go for it, and I think they will look really good. All right, so, all right, guys, oh my gosh, it's time to go. It is wrapping up. I wanted to go ahead and just reiterate, next session will be our last one. I'm so sad, but we're going to be talking about a lot of really great things, and I think you guys have a lot of questions about it. We will be talking about makeup and hair tips. So I actually have a friend who's going to be joining us next session. She's really good with those areas. And we're going to be talking about everything from skincare to how you can take care of, you know, all of your skin and your face, how to apply some basic makeup, and then all about hair, different hairstyles for different occasions. So, you know, think about this topic. I'm very excited about it. What I'm really excited too is that all of you guys this week, you're going to be receiving in the mail a little makeup and skin starter packet. Okay, so it's going to have a lot of goodies in there that will be useful to you guys, hopefully. So look out for that. You know, it'll be arriving sometime before next week on Wednesday. So make sure you have that on hand. And that would be it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. It is time to go. It's probably time for dinner, most of you guys. I know I'm hungry. Thank you so much again for joining me. I'll be in the chat room for a few minutes after the session is over. So let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you do your homework. And email me, call me anytime. Other than that, I will see you guys next week on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Bye.